Every day, thousands of crimes are reported across the United States. Some make national headlines, many never do. But every once in a while, the FBI launches an operation so massive that it grabs the attention of the entire country. Well, this one is one of those operations. Ladies and gentlemen, the FBI has announced the results of Operation New Dawn, one of the largest coordinated law enforcement operations carried out in Chicago region in recent years. According to the federal authorities, the 60-day operation led to the arrest of 305 suspects linked to the violent crime, trafficking, exploitation, and other very dangerous offenses. Officials also confirmed that 24 missing children were safely rescued during the whole operation. Now think about it. When most people hear the word FBI, they immediately think of what? Espionage or any high profile investigation. But in reality, a large part of the FBI's work focuses on protecting the ordinary communities from dangerous criminal organizations. Every year, federal agents they work alongside local police departments just to investigate gangs, drug cartels, in fact trafficking networks and organized crime groups that often operate across several states. Operations like New Dawn, they do not happen overnight. They require months of intelligence gathering, surveillance, coordination and planning. Investigators they collect the evidence, they monitor criminal activity, they identify suspects and obtain court warrants before the officers move in. Well, when the operation finally begins, hundreds of officers from different agencies carry out the coordinated raids at multiple locations at the same time, ensuring that suspects have very little opportunity to escape. Ladies and gentlemen, officers say that this latest operation targeted people involved in some of the most serious crimes affecting communities today. These includes the violent gangs, illegal firearms, narcotics, etc. Here, authorities believe that operations like these they do not only remove dangerous suspects from the streets but also prevent future crimes that could have put many innocent lives at risk. In fact, one of the most emotional part of the whole operation was the rescue of 24 missing children. For parents whose children disappear, every single day it feels like a nightmare. Families spend maybe weeks and sometimes months hoping that one phone call will come that can change everything for them. Well, for many of those families, whole operation has brought some relief, some hope, and some chance to rebuild their lives. Every rally, every television interview, every campaign speech, and every public appearance, it is now being watched carefully. Both Republicans and Democrats, they know that the road to the next election has already started, and every statement made today it could influence millions of voters tomorrow. And that is exactly why President Donald Trump's latest remark it has once again become national headline. During a recent speech, US President Mr. Donald Trump launched a sharp attack on the Democratic Party, declaring that communists will be totally defeated in America. Mr. Trump argued that today's Democrats they no longer represent traditional liberal values and claimed that the United States would never accept communist-style politics. While he also predicted that the American economy would perform strongly ahead of the upcoming midterm election. Now think about this, American politics has become more polarized than ever before. The political divide is no longer limited to taxes or healthcare. Today, Republicans and Democrats they disagree on immigration, border security, artificial intelligence, education, climate policy, foreign affairs, election law, government spending, and even America's role in global conflicts. As a result, campaign speeches have become much more aggressive than they were just a decade ago. Leaders are also no longer trying only to convince the undecided voters. They're also trying to energize their own supporters before the next election. Here, Mr. Trump has repeatedly argued that his administration is protecting American jobs, strengthening border security, and rebuilding the economy. His supporters believe that he is speaking directly to the ordinary Americans who feel ignored by their traditional politicians. However, his critics argue that such strong political language it increases division inside the country and makes compromise even more difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, political experts believe the next midterm election it could become one of the most important in recent American history. Well, control of Congress, it could influence future immigration policy, tax reform, foreign policy decision, and even President Trump's remaining legislative agenda.